Hello everybody, welcome to another kiln opening video. These are usually, or most of them are planters, and only a very few mugs that I have left sitting in the studio. So I've been trying to glaze all my planters before I'm going to start with mugs again. Okay, we can start with this planter. So 2 coats of Winterwood, inside and then outside of the planter. And then I covered from the rim up to here, I covered it with 2 coats of Aurora green. And then covered a little bit of the Aurora green, like 1 inch from the rim. I did 2 coats of turquoise, all from MAYCO. And then I did 1 coat of light flux on the rim. So I've been trying to achieve this one, but I can't. This is the second attempt to come up with this color. But I can't. And then I realized that this is a different clay body that I use when I was first started with pottery. So I like that, the very shiny of the turquoise and then the Aurora green versus to this one. So different clay body. And then of course a northern light combination. So for those who are new to this channel, this is just 2 coats of obsidian, both inside and outside, and then half of the planter, half up to the bottom, is a 3rd coat of the obsidian. But the part that I'm going to layer, the smoky merlot, seaweed, and the indigo float, I usually put 2 coats of obsidian, because if I'm going to do 3 coats of obsidian, then the layering of the other color just becomes so dark. So that's what I do with my northern light combo. So this is one of the very stable glaze combination that I do a lot. No matter what I'm doing, it could be a mug, planters, bowl, berry bowls, I always do this combination. I think I made 1, 2, 3, 4 planters and then 2 berry bowls just with this combination. And then another combination that I do a lot, just a plain 2 coats of Winterwood from MAYCO and then a thick coat of light flux on the rim. Another combo that I've been using since I started. It's just very simple, so easy to do. And if you're selling your pottery, this always sells. Okay, here's a different thing that I did today. So this part, this is the AMACO velvet underglaze. That is the blue-green. 2 coats of the blue-green underglaze. And then from the underglaze, from the blue-green underglaze, including the inside, that is 3 coats of honey flux. And yes, I do a lot of honey flux. And then just on the rim, both inside and then the outside of the planter, I did 3 coats of the purple crystal. not liking the layering of just the purple crystal alone. Just what I did on this one, I'm not really liking that. I usually do the purple crystal with ancient copper and then blue rutile, but for the purple crystal alone from the rim up to that, not a fan. But anyway, it turned out good though. So it's an experiment. And then for the saucer, just 3 coats of honey flux, and then the half part I just did the layering 3 coats of purple crystal. Okay, here's another one. Another blue-green underglaze. And from the inside up to half of the planter, I did 3 coats of honey flux, 3 coats of chun plum on the rim, and then below the chun plum is 3 coats of textured turquoise. I like this better than the blue one. I just did a stripe of 3 coats of textured turquoise, 3 coats of chun plum. Just did a stripe, just to make a variation of colors. And you can see that I did that overlap of them, so you can see the line in between the 2 colors. This is 3 coats of Turmaline from AMACO, including that, and then the inside. But the Turmaline stops like right there, including the inside. And then from where the Turmaline stops and up to the rim, I did 3 coats of sangria. And then I covered the sangria with 1 coat of pearl white. I mean, I like it, except that I actually got a crack on the rim, on the inside of the planter. So I guess this planter belongs to this house. And then here is the saucer. Just plain coats, 3 plain coats of Turmaline. So speaking of Turmaline, here's another combo with Turmaline, very simple one. I made this for my 2 cats for their wet food. So 3 coats of Turmaline on the outside, and for the inside 3 coats of honey flux. So I think I did not intentionally put the Turmaline for the inside. I think it's just the rim. But because of the honey flux being so fluid, I covered the whole inside with 3 coats of honey flux, and up to this, so of course including the rim, that's when these variations happen, or when the honey flux drag the color of the Turmaline down. We have a berry bowl here. It just reminds me of, it's very coastal. Okay, for the half bottom of the bowl, including this one, is 2 coats of the celadon bloom, including the inside. On the inside, it's just like halfway. From the bottom up to the half, that is 2 coats of celadon bloom. So for the upper part that is not covered with the celadon bloom, I did 3 coats of honey flux again, and then I layered it with 2 coats of ancient jasper. This is the rim, and below the 2 coats of ancient jasper is 3 coats of textured turquoise. I think it just, the blending of all the colors, just perfect. I have another variation, but this is a planter. Same thing, except that on the inside of the planter I put 2 coats of sea salt. This is what I like in making berry bowls, planters, because this is the time that I am going to use all the unwanted glazes here in the studio. Some of these glazes I bought it when I started doing this, like the sea salt and everything. Sea salt, I think I have 3 jars of those. So that is the planter version, except that I did sea salt, 2 coats on the inside just to get rid of the glaze, and same. So when I did this, the celadon bloom, like it's almost like over here. But because of the honey flux being layered with textured turquoise and ancient jasper, it's so runny, it covered part of the celadon bloom. That's my favorite part of this kiln opening. I don't know if you can see those blue colors going down to this Cordovan and birch combinations. Maybe I can. I just love it. From vivid pink to a lighter pink, and then it just brought blue color. I don't even know where the blue came from. And look at the inside. Okay, so from here you can see, I can see a little bit where this combination stopped. So it's just like even from the rim, an inch up to this, that's where I stopped this combination. The base is 2 coats of birch, and then covered with 2 coats of Cordovan, including the inside. I just left this half part not covered with birch and Cordovan. And then the rim part, I did 3 coats of sangria, and I covered that sangria with 1 coat of pearl white. 3 coats of sangria and covered it with 1 coat of pearl white from Spectrum, and this is the result. And then that is the saucer, just a plain 2 coats of birch and then 2 coats of Cordovan on top of it. So here's the straight-sided one. Another planter, no texture except for the rim. I just like the different variations of the colors that came out. It's just like bluish, like from earthy colors up to pink, and then here comes the blue. Look at the inside. I only did 3 planters like this, and I also did a mug version, 3 coats of honey flux on the inside up to the rim, so you can see there's a huge difference of that color there. So that's where my honey flux stopped. So basically I did my brush on the rim, and then I did 3 coats of sangria and covered the sangria with 1 coat of pearl white, while this part is again 2 coats of birch covered with 2 coats of Cordovan. So you can see the blue color again. Not so prominent on my mugs, but on my planters there was like a lot. And then I get another variation. For this one though, so 3 coats of honey flux as the liner inside and up to this part. And then I covered the 3 coats of honey flux on the outer part with 3 coats of blue rutile. So I get that creamy bluish. I like the Sangria combination. Well, because I love pink, I guess. So there's that. That's the content of this kiln. Well, that's it for this video, and thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one.